Welcome to the most mind-blowing facts compilation on YouTube. These facts will shock you, surprise you, and blow your mind. Watch till the end, because the last fact is absolutely insane. Captain Salazar in Pirates of the Caribbean almost looked completely different. The role was originally offered to Christoph Waltz, but he had to drop out due to other commitments. So the role went to Javier Bardem, and that changed more than just the actor. Even the character's name was changed, from Brand to Salazar, to better match Bardem's Spanish identity. And here's the crazy connection. Both Bardem and Waltz played iconic villains in Daniel Craig's James Bond films. Bardem in Skyfall and Waltz in Spectre. Now imagine this, a completely different Salazar. Would it still feel as terrifying? Or would Captain Brand have been a totally different villain? What if Spider-Man No Way Home secretly turned Peter Parker into a ghost? In this scene, Peter is fighting without his mask, yet nobody recognizes him, and that makes the ending even darker, because after the spell, people still remember Spider-Man, but they no longer recognize Peter Parker's face, which means Peter Parker may have basically become invisible in his own world. And honestly, once you notice that, this scene feels way more disturbing, because what if Peter Parker really doesn't exist anymore? David Fincher secretly hid a Starbucks cup in almost every scene of Fight Club, and most people never notice it. Sometimes it's hidden in the background, sometimes it's right in front of you. But here's the crazy part. It wasn't product placement. Fincher used the cups as a subtle attack on consumer culture, which is exactly what Fight Club is about. And honestly, once you notice the hidden cups, you start seeing Starbucks everywhere in the movie. Most people think young Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, was fully CGI, but he was actually played by a real actor named Anthony De La Torre. Disney then used visual effects to blend his performance with a younger version of Johnny Depp's face. That's why the resemblance looks so real, and honestly, most people still think it was completely CGI. In The Departed, hidden X shapes secretly predict who's about to die, and once you notice them, the movie feels completely different. Before Captain Queenan dies, X shapes appear on the windows behind him. Before Billy Costigan gets shot, an X appears behind him in the elevator. And before Colin Sullivan's final scene, the hallway floor literally forms an X. Director Martin Scorsese intentionally used these hidden symbols as a tribute to the classic gangster film Scarface, which means throughout the movie, characters are basically being visually crossed out before they die. And honestly, once you start spotting the hidden X's in The Departed, every scene starts feeling tense. Henry Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean was almost played by someone else. Kit Harington was actually the first choice for the role, but because of his commitment to Game of Thrones, he had to turn it down. And that decision changed the character completely. Now imagine this. Jon Snow in a Pirates movie. Would Henry Turner feel the same? Or would it have been a completely different character? Did you know Back to the Future secretly changes the mall's name after Marty travels to the past? At the beginning of the movie, the mall is called Twin Pines Mall, but later in the film, the name changes to Lone Pine Mall, and there's actually a genius reason behind it. When Marty travels back in time, he accidentally destroys one of the 2 pine trees owned by Old Man Peabody. So when the future changes, the mall's name changes too, from Twin Pines to Lone Pine. It's a tiny background detail, but it perfectly shows how even the smallest action can change the future.